Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's been a little bit, just trying to provide a couple updates. One of them I hadn't updated in a long time was the daily driver, the 2.3 2010 model Ford Ranger I bought. Many of y'all remember I bought this thing for 400 bucks about a year ago. It was actually just right down the road, maybe 2 or 3 minutes from you. From me, it was down on little cul-de-sac. Boy that had it had listed on Craigslist or Marketplace, whatever. Marketplace, I still started here at Craigslist. Marketplace. Ended up buying the truck. I had $400 in it altogether after I sold the topper. I think I gave $700 for it and then sold the topper for 300 bucks same day or next day. So I was $400 in. I didn't really figure I could go wrong. So I just wanted to kind of give a quick review and my overall opinion on this thing. It's, like I said, it's a 2010. It has quite a few miles. I wasn't scared. I know these 2.3 liters are supposedly really good motors. The thing that kind of sold me on it was the guy that owned it worked for, I think it was Terminix, one of these pesticide companies. And he said the family or the owners, anytime needed any maintenance, they just took it and dropped it off at the dealership. So oil changes, any kind of routine maintenance, anything. So I got it home, started right up, motor sounded good, oil looked good, everything looked good in it. So took it to a buddy, dropped it off, said, it don't have forward or reverse, but not real sure. He pulled the transmission out and found something to do with the sprag. Ended up, I had paying him and everything, I think 400 bucks in it. I can't remember exactly. So I could have fixed it for less, but I figured while the transmission was out, I went ahead and put a new torque converter in it too, just so I wouldn't have that problem down the road. So I was under $1,000 in the truck with labor and everything, which if anybody knows in this market is still a damn good deal. I have done virtually nothing to this truck since I bought it. I've had to put one cool pack on it. The cool pack was starting to act up after it rained, and it was starting missing in the mornings. So I had to put one cool pack on it. And other than that, I honestly haven't had to do anything to this truck. I have put about 30,000 miles on it in the last year. Now it's a base model work truck. It's got the vinyl floor mats, basic radio, everything. But let me see how many miles it does have ice cold air. It has hot heat. It has 264,000 now, and that seems like a lot. But I mean, honestly, it is hard to beat these little trucks. So I just recently took it on a trip. I just want to fire it up too. Here, but I just recently took it on a trip. We're 4.5 hours from Gatlinburg, Tennessee, where we live, and the wife has a Durango, and we was gonna drive it, but it was just me and her this time. We tried to do just a couple's getaway, so we decided just to go, and I drove it because I just wanted to see what kind of fuel mileage we get and how it would do. And as you can see, the truck's straight as an arrow. It doesn't have any real body damage or anything. It has the typical white Ford paint issues here and there, but overall it's in good shape. So we drove it down there, and it has it got 29.2 miles a gallon on the way down, and it got 29.4 on the way back. It has this one ding here, which I plan to get a paintless body guy to pop that out. And then of course it's just got the typical like bottom of the doors, but there's no rust. The truck is not got any rust or anything like that underneath. It's just got your typical surface, but no holes in the frame, no that kind of shit. So 29.2 and then 29.4 on the way back. It's my daily driver. I drive it back and forth to Louisville, which is about 60 miles round trip for me. And I average 24.5 to 25.5 miles a gallon each week. That's, city and highway. I don't haul much with it. The only thing I've hauled of any significance you know, as far as weight, and I wouldn't even call it weight. I've put a 4-wheeler in the bed and one on a little 12-foot trailer I got, so I've had 2 4-wheelers behind it, and it cruises right on. It doesn't have any problem. I have pulled my 2 jet skis just to storage them back with it. They're 2,600 pounds or 2,800 pounds on the trailer, and it did fine with them. I just left the overdrive off. But really, you know, again, I really can't complain about it. I've got next to no money in it. I drive it every day. I drove it through the winter. Of course, you know, it's not great in snow, but it got me to work and got me home. I don't know that I'll ever get rid of it. I'd kind of thought about at one point maybe selling and getting an extended cab, but I don't know that I'll get as lucky as I have on this one. My wife drives it every now and then when she's got to go to town or get mulch or something like that. And I might even let, you know, the oldest kid, if it's still around when he's around. But I don't see any reason this thing shouldn't hit 400,000 plus like a lot of them do. I know I just recently saw an article on one of the high mileage forums, and the guy had a 2010 automatic 2.3. It was blue. It had 758,000 on the original motor and transmission, which is ungodly. I can't even imagine how that's possible. But it was an over-the-road lead truck for one of them wide load trucks. So I guess it is possible, but it just seems unbelievable. Could have 750 some thousand miles on a, you know, gas engine, but he swore it was all original. So this truck doesn't lack any power. I mean, it's definitely not a powerhouse, but it doesn't lack any power. I run 85 mile an hour down the interstate all day long, cruise control set. I really just don't have any complaints. I just can't imagine for the money that there's a much better vehicle out there for the average person just driving back and forth to work. Needs to haul little load here and there. So if you're thinking about purchasing one of these, you know, it's definitely something to look at. It's been a great vehicle, and I couldn't be happier with it for the money. All right, guys, I'll be providing an update soon on the Ranger. I'm gonna get it out, take some videos. I was up under it checking for leaks and everything. Everything looks great on it. Super happy with how it's turned out with this motor swap. So like, share, subscribe. Thanks again, guys. Appreciate you. Bye.